and welcome to Invested in Wellness. I'm Jessie, Sarafian. So we're back on the mat again, and I want to take you through a class to strengthen and tone our core muscles. So not only does the core help support our yoga poses, it also enhances our balance and improves our overall strength. So listen to your body, take breaks when you need to, and I'll offer modifications throughout. So let's get started. We're going to start lying down on our mat. Knees are bent, separating your feet so they're hip-width apart. Bring your arms by your side here. And just start to bring your attention to your space, so where you are right now. And the natural curve of the spine here, so not necessarily, you'll have a little bit of an arch. So just have that natural arch of the spine. Soften your shoulders on the mat, back of the neck long. Breathe in and out through your nose. And then from here, you're going to bring your hands onto your belly. You're going to draw the belly in slightly, and then you're going to imprint that low back onto your mat. So you can use one of your hands, see if you can slide it in. So you want to cover that space between the back and the mat. Keeping your hands on your belly here. From here, you're going to slowly come back into that natural curve. And then as you exhale, you're going to imprint that low back onto your mat. And then you're going to release and then come back with the low back on your mat. So just moving at your own pace, finding that imprint. Again, it's a subtle movement. Keeping your feet grounded onto the floor, onto your yoga mat. So you're finding that natural curve of the spine, and then drawing the belly in, finding that imprint of your sacrum, the low back onto your mat, and then release. We'll do 2 more. And then come back to center. Imprint that low back on the ground. That will be your stability here. Hands can stay on your belly, or you can bring your arms by your side. I like to keep my hands on my belly just for support, and then also guides me to keep my low back on the ground. From here, keep your left foot on the ground, and you're going to lift your left foot up. Keep your knee in line with your hip. And then you're going to lower your right foot down and then switch. Lift your left foot up. And as your foot comes up, notice if your back starts to rise, keep that imprint on the ground, and then lower. And then right foot comes up, and then release. Left, and down. Right, down, and left. Down, switch. Left. Again, continuing to breathe in and out through your nose. Keeping that imprint of your low back on your mat. And your knee isn't coming over towards your chest. You're keeping that knee in line with your hip. Get 1 more on each side. And then release. Keep that low back firmly onto your mat. Now you're going to lift both of your feet off of the ground. So your knee is in a tabletop position. Your knees are stacked right over your hips. Keep that low back imprinted onto your mat. Hands can stay on your belly for support. And then we're going to lower our right toes to the ground, tap the mat, and then switch. Come back up, and then tap, and switch. So it's a very subtle movement here. but you want to stay connected to your center, your core. That low back is firmly planted onto your mat. Again, breathe deeply. Again, go nice and slow. Tapping your left and then your right. Keeping your back firmly planted on the mat. One more on each side. And then if you like, hug your knees into your chest. Take a breather here and rock side to side. Again, so adding on now, keeping your legs up into a tabletop position. You're gonna make it a little bit more challenging. Hands on your belly for support. Imprint that low back onto your mat. This time you're gonna lower both of your feet and then come up. If that's too much, you can come back to the second variation, or you can keep both of your feet on the ground and lift one foot up as a time. So just listen to your body and just do what feels right for you. So you're gonna lower both of your feet. Notice if your low back starts to rise and then come back up. Lower and up, up. Breathing deeply. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Bring your hands underneath your knees. You're gonna rock yourselves up and back a few times. Onto your spine, up and back. And then using momentum, you're gonna rock all the way up. Cross at the ankles, come forward, step back into plank. So one straight line with your body, shoulders over your wrists, push back through your heels. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, bend the knees, draw the hips up and back, and come into downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out, bending one knee and then the other. From downward facing dog, you're gonna inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 4 more times like that. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 more times. Inhale, come forward, strong arms, strong legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come forward to plank. From here, you're gonna drop your knees. You're gonna lower onto your forearms. You're gonna grab opposite elbows and then interlace your hands in front of you. So you wanna make sure your elbows stay directly underneath your shoulders. They're not splaying out to the side. So finding that position, grabbing onto your elbows, and then clasping your hands. You're gonna step back into plank again. So we're in a forearm plank, lowering your hips slightly. Pull up from your belly, stay connected to your core, breathe into your upper back, and we're gonna hold here for 1. 2, if you need to modify, you can always drop onto your knees for a breath. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release the clasp of your hands. You're gonna straighten your right arm, straighten your left arm, come into a high plank, take a deep breath in, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Come forward into a high plank again, hold here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop your knees, lower onto your forearms. Straighten your right leg, straighten your left leg. Forearm plank for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe deeply. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten your right arm, straighten your left arm, high plank. Inhale and exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. From here, bring your feet together on an inhale, stretch your right leg all the way up into the air. Bend the right knee and open up into that right hip. From here, straighten your right leg, square off your hips. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round into the back, come forward. Inhale, stretch your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, right leg comes up. And then exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Drop your left knee down. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Coming into your low lunge, reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling, dropping your shoulders. Feel the length in your side body. From here, bring your palms together to your heart, and we're gonna twist towards the right. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press into your palms, lift the heart, and then start to gaze over your right shoulder. Breathing deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly unwind, bring your hands down, step back, plank pose. As you exhale, drop your knees, shift forward, come all the way onto your belly. Point your toes back, bring your hands by your side, palms facing up, bring your legs together. Push into your tops of your feet so your knees lift, engage your legs. And then as you inhale, you're gonna lift the chest, lift the arms, lift your feet. Keep your gaze down so your neck is in line with your spine and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift up a little bit higher. And 5. Slowly lower down. Bring your hands by your side ribs. Curl your toes under. Push back onto your heels for a breath. And then lift your knees, your hips, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. And hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop your knees, lower onto your forearms. Straighten your right leg, straighten your left. Forearm plank, lower your hips slightly. 1 straight line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten your right arm, straighten your left plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Bring your legs together, inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend the knee, open up your hip. Inhale, straighten your legs, square off your hips. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round into your back. Inhale, stretch the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Come forward. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. Right knee comes down. Inhale, rise up. Finding your breath. Focusing on a point. Soften the muscles around your face, your jaw. And then palms together in front of your heart and twist to the left. Right elbow outside of your knee. Pressing into your palms. Slowly twisting, gazing over your left shoulder. One more breath. And then slowly unwind. Palms come together. Palms come to the mat. Step back, plank pose. As you exhale, drop your knees, shift forward, come all the way onto your belly. Point your toes back, hands by your side. Bringing your legs together, push into your tops of your feet so your knees lift. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs. Lift everything up for 1, 2, 3, 4, lift up a little bit higher, and 5, exhale, release. Bring your hands by your side, curl your toes under, push back onto your heels, and then lift your hips, your knees, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. From here, drop your knees, sit back into child's pose, turn your palms so they're facing up. Soft bend in your elbows. You can gently rock your hips from side to side, just releasing any tension into your low back. And then very slowly, you're gonna roll up, sitting back onto your heels. Bring your legs together, shift your hips to one side, reach your legs out in front of you. So you're gonna come towards the top of your mat. Knees are bent. Bring your hands underneath your knees, and then you're gonna come onto your big toes, resting here. Hugging your knees in, sitting up tall, ensuring you have a nice straight back here. So this can be your first variation. So we're gonna do Navasana, which is boat pose. So this is a first variation right here. You're bringing your toes to the mat, knees are hugging into your chest, you're sitting up tall, shoulders back. For those of you that wanna go deeper, maybe lifting your legs up to tabletop. Hands can stay underneath your knees, or you can have your arms out to the side. Sitting up tall here, and hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your palms together, and then you're gonna bring your palms over towards the right. Reaching out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your palms over, both arms over towards the left. Sit up tall, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back to center, sit up tall. You're gonna flex your feet, push out through your heels, and lower down very, very slowly all the way to the mat. Whew, shake it out. Bring your arms up and over your head. Take a full body stretch out through your fingers, out through your toes. Get nice and long. And exhale, release. You're gonna bend your knees, place your feet on the mat. Feet are hip width apart, toes are pointing forward. And we're gonna flow here into like a bridge pose flow. So arms are by your side to start. You're gonna inhale, lift your hips, and at the same time, you're gonna reach your arms up and over your head. Gaze is up here. As you exhale, hips come down, arms come back down your side. 4 more times like that. Inhale, Hips lift, reach your arms up and over. Exhale, lower down, arms by your side. 2 more times like that. Inhale, hips lift, reach the arms up and over. Exhale, lower down, arms by your side. Just pause for a moment here. And then you're going to bring the soles of your feet together, knees out to the side, hands resting on your inner thighs, just encouraging that area to soften. Slowing down the breath. Bringing your attention to your hips. Depending on how open or tight you are, you can bring your heels closer towards you or further away. Just a few more breaths here. Then using your hands, bring your hands underneath your knees. Very slowly, draw your knees together. And then extend one leg out at a time, moving into final relaxation shavasana. Arms by your side, palms facing up. If you have any tension in your low back, you can bend your knees and keep your feet on the ground for this shavasana. Slowing down the breath, and just use this time to let your body take in the work that you did. As you lay here, I'll read today's meditation by Melody Beattie's Journey to the Heart. You are complete. Look around at all that lives and all that is. See how connected each creation is to the workings of the universe. But see also that the essence of all that is, the core, lies within each. From the tiniest purple wildflower to the tallest redwood in the forest, each creation contains its own energy system, its own energy core for living, and so it is with us. We're intricately connected to the world. We receive energy, life-sustaining nourishment and support from the world around us. But inside each of us is our own source for love, joy, and wisdom. Our ability to love, live, feel, and be happy comes from our own hearts. Look inside yourself, feel your vitality, your energy, feel your essence. It is pure love. Everything you need in order to live and love is within you. Nurture yourself. Let yourself grow. Learn to grow and walk in the ways of love. Learn from all who cross your path. Value your connections to others and the world around you. Receive and give freely as you walk down the road. Take your place in the world. Know you are part of a complete universe, but remember, you are a complete universe too. So start to bring your attention back into your breath. Taking deep inhales and exhales in and out through the nose. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing small movements back into the body. Bring your legs together, reach your arms up and over your head. Take one last stretch out to your fingers, out through your toes. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Bending your knees, Place your feet on the mat, gently roll over onto your right side, staying here for a moment. And slowly pushing yourself up, coming into a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. Palms together in front of your heart. Taking this opportunity to thank your body for the work that you did today. Thank you for taking the time to practice and sharing your energy. So have a wonderful day. Namaste. So thank you so much for practicing. We'll see you next time.